Mark Boileau is here. How are you?
Very well.
Mark is the Cornwall's Economic Development Manager. We were just talking to folks about what they like about Cornwall from a living here perspective, and there are many more things to like about Cornwall when it comes to business in this area. You got a lot going on.
We do. In every sector, actually, and some of the larger projects that we're seeing in the industrial park or the business park are Target announced that they're building a distribution center, and it's a fairly substantial construction. It measures about 1.35 million square feet.
Yeah.
And just to give you an idea of what that is, because a lot of people, you hear 1.35, you're not quite sure how large that is. The IKEA store that's being built on the Queensway in Ottawa measures 400,000 square feet. So this is about 3.5 times that size. And then we also have Boundary Properties who are building another distribution center. So those two together are putting up some fairly substantial...
Yeah, and that's just two pretty big projects. There's more than that going on. Right?
Yeah, well, those are two new ones. Of course, there are two older ones that, I say old, Shoppers Drug Mart built to DC, finished last year.
Yeah.
About that same size, together with Walmart, who have their DC here as well. And that's all in the business park. Of course, there are other things happening as well, in commercial, residential, etc. So
what makes this place such a good location for business? Why come here?
Well, I think, first of all, the people. The workforce is very reliable, loyal to their employer. I think the location, proximity to Ottawa, Montreal, on Highway 401, adjacent to the U.S. So getting around is certainly, obviously in distribution, an important component. So it's really something that's working very well business-wise. And then, of course, we have a history of manufacturing, so that the workforce is really quite suitable to those types of operations.
You've come a long way in a pretty short period of time around here. I mean, I really got interested in what Cornwall is doing through some friends of mine who live here in the last 5 or 6 years. They've really turned things around. I mean, the public perception of Cornwall is changing, and it has changed drastically.
Yeah, and as I said, it's really, it's safe to say that Cornwall has really diversified, has really gone through a transition. Of course, I made the point of the manufacturing history, and yes, Cornwall was known mainly for its manufacturing in previous days. But the economy now is a much more diversified economy. Clean air is an important component or an important factor for us. So it's a very different community than it used to be.
I really got the sense, even just coming in yesterday around noontime, and it was super busy in town. Like, there's people all over the place. They're buzzing around doing this, that, and the other thing.
Yeah, I think you're seeing a little bit of a revival as well of commercial development, whether it's in the downtown or Le Village, or on Brookdale Avenue, and as you enter Cornwall, one of the, certainly the main entrance to the city. So, yeah, certainly things are happening, whether it's commercial, residential. We have, of course, the beautiful waterfront, and so we have condominium development happening along the waterfront.
I think you should put somewhere the old plant was, some condos down there on the water. That might be a good idea.
It's certainly one of the ideas.
Yeah. As they're building a new bridge too, right?
Yes. Oh, and that's going to have quite an impact on the land uses around the bridge.
That's right. New bridge going across to the United States.
Yeah.
It's listen, it's great times here in Cornwall. It makes your job a whole lot busier, but better.
It's all good.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Thanks for your time, Mark. And best of luck.
Thank you.
It's good stuff. Listen, they talk about you should move to Cornwall. Why? And they've got good reasons. There's no question about it. We'll take a break. This is Live Where You Live at CTV Morning Live, and we'll be right back from Cornwall. See you in a minute.